Hello everybody, once again this is AikawaKazu, and today's video will be about the ABP/FTG new system farming guide. So this video will basically tell you what should you do to try to farm in Dragoness, depending on what situation you're currently in. I mean, so the first most pressing question for most people who are more the solo type of farmers will be which dungeon to do to farm when you have 0 FTG/APB points. So I would highly recommend Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode. So I'll just give two very basic reasons why. The first reason will be that Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode is one of the fastest dungeon you can run at level 40 cap. So aside from NTT, this is one of the fastest dungeon that you can run in Master Mode. So you'll be clocking around 3 minutes to 4 minutes if you are geared, and if you're not so geared, around 4 minutes to 5 minutes. So depending on your gears, but I think Master Mode don't need you to be very geared, so that should be fine. So that's the first thing. It's a very easy and fast dungeon to run, and where you can skip a lot of mobs as well. So the second reason will be that Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode, or rather Forsaken Islet Core dungeon, has 4 silver/brown chests. So why is this chest important? Silver/brown chest has a high chance of giving you an item drop when you open it. So this item drop in question will be actually the ordinary agate. Like right now you can see that I just got ordinary agate from the chest. So basically you're looking at around an average of 4 to 6 ordinary agates per run. Yes, that's definitely a lot lower compared to the past, but with being able to enter dungeons with 0 FTG in the FTG system is very awesome enough. So I think we just need to work with what we have. So 4 to 6 on the average for Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode now. So the reason why this silver chest is important, sorry I digress, is because out of these 4 to 6 ordinary agates that you get, about 4 of it will come from the chest. So sometimes you might get more, maybe the monsters drop ordinary agates, and with the 4 chests you might actually reach 8 ordinary agates, but I would say on average 4 to 6 ordinary agates, and 4 being the minimum because of the 4 silver chests. Maybe one time you might get very unlucky and you might get 3 a run. So I'm just saying on average. So that's another reason why, because for other dungeons like NTT, if I'm not wrong, NTT only has around 2 silver chests. So that's why NTT is not a good choice. So that's why Forsaken Islet Core is a better dungeon to run compared to NTT, even though both of them can be ran very, very fast. So there you have it. 0 FTG/APP points. Run Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode. And yep, if you can't find someone to be an apprentice and your guildmates are offline, this is, I think, will be the best dungeon to farm if you are doing solo, because I don't think Abyss dungeons are worth farming unless you're actually trying to farm for the gifts that you can get from the gold bunny. So if you're farming for gifts, you can still go for NTT, Abyss, or any other Abyss dungeon that you feel you can finish fast enough. So if you're farming gold, I guess the most consistent method will be to farm ordinary agates and sell them. So that's why I would recommend Forsaken Islet Core Master Mode. So right now I'll be moving on to exactly the other 2 methods where it is easier for you to farm, or I would say I would highly recommend you to try and do so. So the next method that I'll be recommending is to actually get a level 32 character to be decently geared. In other MMOs they actually call it twinks. Twinks meaning an under level character, that means a character that's not at level cap but geared to a decent level. So right now I'll be showing you a run of my acrobat doing NTT, and the number of ordinary agates on average I will get on NTT with the FTG boost of drop rates is around 15 ordinary agates. Okay, 15 ordinary agates, definitely a lot. So that will be the main reason why I'll recommend you to actually get a twink. Why? You see, on my level 40 SM, no matter how geared, I can only run FIC at around, let's say fastest, low 3 minutes. So on average I'll be doing around 7 minutes per 2 runs, okay? And I take 6 minutes and 10 seconds to finish NTT on my acrobat. So 15 ordinary agates versus 2 times of FIC runs Master Mode, which only gives me 10 to 12 ordinary agates. So in fact, in this run I'll actually get 18 ordinary agates, and I would say on average I'll get 15 because there are some runs where I only got 12. So you average it out, I'll get around 15. So you can see already, definitely running on my Acrobat is actually more efficient and faster, and more efficient and faster compared to my Sword Master, because the increase in drop rates for when you have FTG points is definitely a lot. So that is why I actually recommend players who have time to get a level 32 Twink. If you're a hardcore farmer, I don't think this will be a thing that will be tough for you. So this will be my second most recommended, but not my most recommended method to farm. So that will be the second thing that I would like to notify you people about. So what's the last thing? Okay, so people actually will want to ask this question, where there's this new system where you can run dungeons in 0 FTG, and in the old hybrid FTG system, when your master reaches 0 FTG, he cannot enter a dungeon with an apprentice, but now he can. So the big question is this: if the master has 0 FTG but the apprentice has FTG, will the dungeon be in an increased drop rate system, or will it be following the master's drop rate system, which is 0 FTG equals reduced drop rates? So here's the answer to you guys, which is that 0 FTG master with apprentice with FTG will give FTG drop rates. So in the past, if you accidentally use up FTG as a master, you can't run dungeons anymore. But right now, in this new APB system, you can go raise your FTG to 0, go and still go get an apprentice, and you can still farm dungeons with the FTG bonus around. So that is definitely the most recommended method to go for. So I know people will complain that it's not easy to find apprentices, or as an apprentice it's hard to find masters. So definitely go pair up with a friend and tell him about this. So tell him about the second method, which is getting a Twink, which is to get a geared level 32 character. So one of you can volunteer to be the apprentice while he's the master, and he can enjoy the benefits while he fast levels you to level 32. And you can switch around, and after that, both of you will have your own level 32 characters, which you can solo farm efficiently, where you no longer need to depend on anybody for a period of time. And trust me, from level 32 to 40 Master Mode NTT, it will definitely take you a while to hit 40. So I think you can farm to your heart contents. I'm looking at around, let's say I take around 20 NTT runs to level. I think more than that, maybe let's say 25. And 25 you can multiply by 15 ordinary agates times 8 levels. You can know how many ordinary agates you can get before you hit 40, and that's an underestimate. So the most recommended method will be to be a master at 0 FTG and go find an apprentice, because even though you have no FTG, you can still enjoy FTG drop rates increase as long as you have an apprentice with FTG. So I think that will be the most recommended method that you'll go for. And why not when you have the master apprentice event now, and this time the prizes are much more relevant to a level 40 character. Free epic codes, and they are class specific, followed by diamond codes. Wow, see, definitely a very good event hosted by Cherry Credit. So I mean, now you need to get a character to farm, or you need to get an apprentice to farm. So why don't you just participate in the event and just need to get 2,000 points. No need to go and be the top 10. Just get 2,000 points, and you can get around, I think, 3 epic codes, and they are all class specific, and 3 diamond codes. Definitely very useful while farming in the process. So make use of the event now while you still have an incentive to be a master. So if you still have your doubts, I'll just show you the video where I had a priest and my master is a bowmaster. My master doesn't have any FTG, and we still get increased drop rates at the end when we kill. Well, I'll just show you the footage of the boss fight when the boss dies, and you can see for yourself, if you have already experienced 0 FTG farming, that definitely, even with 0 FTG for the master and the apprentice having FTG, there will be increased drop rates. The increased drop rates will still be there. So I guess that's all for you guys, and hopefully this video has helped you clear up some questions on what you should do now in this new system. I hope you guys don't QQ too much about the reduced drop rates on the forums, because I believe we have fought for this best of both worlds, and I think now when people ask you to adapt, it's about time we should adapt, because now there's a system where you are given the freedom of choice. It's now up to you to decide which farming method is the best, and the best is already mentioned to you, so it's up to you whether you still want to take it or not. And if you don't want to take it, go ahead, do Forsaken Island Core Master Mode. No one is stopping you. It's just that you won't be maximizing what you can have, and yep, it will be your own loss. So with that, I thank you guys once again. Storm the like button if you haven't. and subscribe. Yep. God bless once again, and I'll see you guys next time.